They called her a hero, a savior, a symbol of peace. But long before humanity trusted her, the gods feared what she might become. Because she was not born in peace. She was born from divine conflict. On an island hidden from the world, warriors trained not for glory, but for prophecy. Themyscira was never just a paradise. It was a waiting ground, a place built after betrayal. When men waged endless wars, the gods created the Amazons, not to love humanity, but to correct it. And when that failed, they disappeared. For centuries, the island remained hidden beneath divine protection, untouched by kingdoms, untouched by empires, untouched by history itself. But hidden beneath its silence was an older truth. Its greatest child was never fully human. Her mother shaped her from clay. But clay was only the story told to children. Because gods rarely tell the full truth, the blood that gave her life came from Zeus. And divine blood never arrives without consequence. The moment she opened her eyes, prophecy began. Some believed she would protect mankind. Others believed she would end an age. Even as a child, she learned war before mercy, steel before softness, discipline before freedom, because every Amazon knew one thing. If the old enemy returned, she would be the weapon. That enemy had many names, but war knew him as Ares, the god who did not conquer with strength alone. He conquered by whispering into human weakness, turning fear into violence, turning pride into bloodshed, turning nations against themselves. And while humanity blamed kings and generals, the gods understood something darker. War survives because humans secretly feed it. That was why she was trained, not simply to fight, but to confront the thing inside mankind that never truly changes. Then one day, the outside world arrived at her shore. A falling aircraft, a wounded stranger, and with him, the first crack in destiny. She crossed the sea believing evil had a face. She believed if she found that face, war would end. Because that was the story she had been taught. That one God stood behind every human cruelty. That one enemy poisoned every nation. That one death could heal mankind. Then she entered the human world, and nothing looked simple anymore. Children cried beside broken walls. Men prayed before killing strangers they had never met. Leaders signed papers that buried thousands, and every side believed it was righteous. For the first time, doubt entered her mind. Then she found him, Ares, not screaming, not raging, waiting, because he already knew what she would discover. That humans did not need gods to become monsters. He only whispered. They chose everything else themselves. The enemy looked smaller than the truth. Because war was everywhere. Inside kings, inside soldiers, inside ordinary people. Even after she defeated him, nothing stopped. The battlefield stayed alive. The guns kept firing. The hatred remained. And that was the truth no prophecy explained. Maybe the gods had hidden more than her birth. Maybe they feared what she would understand. That peace cannot be forced by power. Because power only reveals what already exists inside people. And what she saw frightened even her. Not because humanity was weak, but because humanity could destroy itself without divine help. That was the day her mission changed. She no longer fought to defeat one god. She fought because darkness had no single face. And somewhere deep inside, a dangerous question was born. What if mankind was always its own Ares? She returned to Themyscira victorious, but changed. Because defeating Ares did not end war. It only revealed something worse. That humans never needed gods to destroy each other. And that truth stayed with her. Years passed, but every new war weakened her faith. Until one question changed everything. What if mankind was always the danger? The gods were never afraid she would fail. They feared she might stop believing in humanity. Because a hero who loses faith can become more dangerous than any god. And that may be the real prophecy.